here in Soho, New York. It's freezing cold for episode 4 of Kicking Knowledge. And here we go.
We're here at Nobull, so we're gonna meet our special guest right now. So let's go to it, right?
Let's find out. Let's go. All right, so Cavan, thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming in.
For having us come in here.
You guys made the trip.
Thank you. So let's start off here. We know, but our viewers don't. But you're a big supporter for Nobull, and we know that's all you put on your feet. And tell us why. Why Nobull's? Why does this shoe specifically work for you?
So I've been a fan of Nobull for the past couple of years now, about 4 years. When I heard about the brand, as you guys know, I do CrossFit, and like they were up and coming in the CrossFit community, and I just wanted to find a shoe that was good for me, like fit my feet well, didn't have to think about it, didn't hurt my feet in the middle of the workouts, and I'm a big believer in let's try everything. There's so many different options out there. You got to find what's right for you. So sure, I would try one brand or another brand, and I was just never in love with like how they made me feel throughout all my workouts. And then one day I went online and purchased a pair and hoped for the best, and basically that was it. I was hooked. It's just the simplicity of the shoe. At first, you know, I'm not a flashy guy at all, so I just wanted something simple that I could put on my feet and go hit a workout. And then after looking into the brand and finding out about the brand, you know, Nobull comes from a mindset, and it's about, hey, we have, you know, one chance, one shot at what we're doing with this life. We just go train hard, let's go work hard, and don't make excuses. What's on your feet isn't going to get you there, but you know, at the end of the day, if you're comfortable with what's on your feet, and go have some fun with it, and you know, do your best. So I mean, it's just about a culture, right? They created a community, and I really love the products that they've been putting out ever since I got that first pair.
Yeah, it's nice to see a company like. It's not, you come with it from the sneakers, but then it's more than that. Like you have that, like you said, the community, and it's nice that they're doing it. It's like there's a first form, you know. It's a product, but there's a family behind it. And another quick question too is that like now we're in Soho, New York. They never had a store physically. It's always been online, so. That's like one thing that's kind of held me back, to be honest, is just like it's a shoe that you can just buy online most of the time. So you don't really have a store to try them on. Like how's that, have you seen that transition with like when you're buying the sneakers? Is that something that you're happy that now you can come into a physical store and try the actual sneakers on?
Sure, so I mean, first and foremost, like when they were online, sure, that holds a lot of people back, and that was a lot of the feedback that I would get as a coach when my athletes would say, hey, I really like those, how do they fit? And sometimes, you know, people don't believe when you say true to size, but honestly, they fit true to size, and I would compare them to another shoe that they might have on, and if they had to go up or down, but generally across the board, they're going to fit the way they're supposed to fit. I'm a size 12 in all of the shoes that they make, and I'm a size 12 across the board, and it works for me. As they opened up this store just last October, I'm sure that opened up a lot of people's eyes to come in and find out what the brand was, because sure, they're big in the CrossFit community, but there's not a CrossFit shoe. They're a training shoe, they're a running shoe, they're a lifting shoe. Depends on what your goals are, and they have different shoes for that now. But the mold of the shoe across the board for the trainers is the same. Whether you want high top, mid top, low top now, with all these different options, you're gonna, if you know what size fits you, you have a really great shot of grabbing ones that work once you find your size, because it's the same. There's no, you know, fancy this or update that to, you know, change what the shoe does, because remember, it's about what you do, and the shoes are just on your feet.
That's true. That's true.
So you go to your gym and you wear your Nobulls. So does it influence your clients to get them as well too? Do they start asking you questions on what you suggest of them to get, like what to wear?
Sure. I mean, for instance, yesterday there was a gentleman who's been with us for 6 weeks, and he signed up to be with us for 6 more months, and I thought that was awesome. But he said, "Hey, I really need to get a new pair of sneakers. What do you recommend?" So I just pointed at my feet. You know, there are some people that are coming in to the sport that I do, which is CrossFit, and you do need a you know, a pretty stable bottom, and you can't really have a soft heel, and you need some support. So I suggest, you know, what I wear, because I know it works for me. At the end, other than that, there are athletes who have been with us for a while who have an old raggedy pair of sneakers or time to, make a change, and they ask me about the product all the time because, like you said, it's literally all I've got on my feet. So, being that I get I live in a world where I could wear, sneakers every day and joggers or sweatpants and hoodies. People see it all. It's a beautiful thing. They see me in them all the time and the different styles that I have, and they ask about them, like which one should I get, and I said, well, just start with something that you like, and then you can experiment with the other styles that they have after that.
So when they bought them, what was their feedback when they said what they said when they?
Everybody says they're the best shoes they've ever put on for what we do.
For
this type of training. Now I wouldn't go run a race in a pair of trainers, but there are runners here now too, so it works for what we do at my gym.
Now in the CrossFit, are you seeing both, like the runners and the trainers, or are you just strictly seeing?
There are a handful of people that grab the runners. There are people that if we have a workout that doesn't have much weightlifting and still has a lot of cardio, then they're going to put the runners on and have that comfort on their feet because it is a softer sole, and especially if we're doing a lot of impact with running or jumping, they'll like to wear those. But where I do see a lot of people grabbing something like the runners are for a lifestyle shoe. My mother wears them, my sister wears them, my brother wears them, and they have them just to walk around every day. And that's, it's like walking on pillows, right? It's fantastic. So I see a lot of people doing it for that type of thing as well.
And you can see, because now they're using different materials. They're using like the suede, like we just started talking about. You got the leathers on your feet. We also have the fly knit too. So that's and they're really touching on each type of materials, which is great too. Warner, I was going to go into another question, but you might as well ask your question there.
Yeah, so like you see people use the you all know the Nobull's a functional shoe. So for you, instance, that you wear it when you're going out and stuff like that as well, do you think that's like a new age that it's okay to use a functional shoe as a fashion statement?
Sure. Athleisure is a real thing. Like it's been coming up and becoming more popular in this day and age. And there you see people, whether they're working at a gym or just walking down the street in New York. You go outside, you're going to see someone in joggers with a functional shoe. Whether it be a trainer or a runner, they're wearing them because A, they're walking around all day, and B, they want to be comfortable. C, they want to look good. So I you can do whatever you want to do if it makes sense. So whether it be a dress shoe or a training shoe, if it fits what your style is, then just let that be your style. So it's definitely happening.
That's a good way to put it.
Oh, that's a style too. So now we're here at the shelves where you can see the variety of Nobull sneakers that we have here. And so we have the high tops. We got the what do you call it? Lifters. Jesus, I can't hear you right now. We got the new mids here. So basically, I want to pick up to basically let our viewers know, because you have certain types of training, and when you're doing CrossFit, do you recommend for any type of workouts the difference between using a high top for a certain workout or a low top? Maybe a different material. I know maybe not the leathers they need to work out. I'm just assuming, but that's
everybody can do their own thing, right? So if anyone comes to me and they're asking like, well, which one should I get? I would say start with the low top. I think it's a really well-rounded sneaker. Especially, just any low top with the super fabric that they have. I know you can't see textures here, but this breaks in over time and it has a very long lifespan. For instance, I've had sneakers for over 2.5 years that I still wear and I work out in because of that super fabric.
Oh, this type of fabric.
Right, yeah, the regular fabric. When it comes to workout specific sneakers, if you are there and you need different shoes for different workouts, I like wearing the mid to the high tops actually all around now. It gives me a little bit of ankle support, so it gives me some feedback. And then if we're doing things like rope climbs or dumbbell snatches, rowing, I feel a little bit of that support. in the upper ankle. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I said to you earlier off camera, I don't really tie my shoes that much, so it really help. With the ankle support, they look cool, and that's really what I get them for. But the low top is what I would recommend first, because it's a really well-rounded shoe for anything that we're going to do, whether it be traditional weightlifting or being in the gym, deadlifts and squat, or getting into a workout that you need to be moving around, jumping, running, things like that.
So yeah, so now let's just go over a couple of different ones. So this is here with the lifters, which is really nice, by the way. Very classic.
It looks like an old school shoe.
Yeah, it's really nice. So let's just, I guess, explain this one a little bit, and then we'll just go for a couple.
Yeah. So the reason why I use these lifters are, it has this nice firm wooden heel with a larger heel to toe drop. So it helps with that ankle mobility. When you're doing Olympic lifts, you have to get down to the bottom of the squat, and this supports with, mobility and getting all the way into that squat. So you say keep the weight in your heels versus being on your toes versus squatting on your toes versus sitting on your heels.
Yes.
Also, it means quality. I mean, you need a quality shoe when you're going to be beating them up every single day. These don't have much flex to them, so you want them to be nice and structured and sound. And that's why I use these lifters. Same thing with the other shoes, like super high quality. But this is leather with the super fabric in the front. It has a pressed heel and a solid bottom. So
which is really cool. And this is probably their biggest shoe, I would say, like as far as the low top look there. So this is that fabric that you were talking about that you.
Yeah, so these are the super fabric trainer. There's a lot of texture in this too, which we'll show you in a second. But you see there's a lot more give to this shoe already, but it still has a minimal drop from heel to toe, 4 millimeters, I believe. But you have a nice solid bottom, where it's not too hard, so you can go on runs or jump, and then you can do your lifts in them as well. So if someone's just starting out, or you have a well-rounded training regimen, these are the ones that
those are the ones that you're recommending.
For sure.
There you go. Hopefully I don't have to pay for that one. All right, and then we got this one here, which is a really nice material.
Yeah, so I mean, these right here, they're heather trainers, so it is the same super fabric, but the way that they print or create the heather appearance, it's going to be the same as the red one or the white one that's on the shelf, but they just have a little bit more texture to them. So that's basically the same as the other low top.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
that was really nice.
Over here.
Just give him some time. This is like first time in a while.
Yeah.
So we got the runners here.
Yeah, so the diamond knit weave runner. It's like that knit top, so super lightweight on top where you don't have too much support. But the neat thing about these are that there's two densities in the sole of the shoe when it comes to the foam. So you have a softer density on the outside rolling through the toe area, and then right here in the back you're going to have where it's discolored or a different color. Yeah. It's going to be a harder density, so when you plant and run, then you're going to have a little bit more support there in the runner as well. So reflective laces also.
Oh, these reflective?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So that pretty much covers them all, right? I would say.
Grab the leather ones.
Oh yeah, the leather ones. This one's cool.
Yeah. So I mean, it's the high quality leather. These break in over time. So the idea is like, look, you can use these as a training shoe. You don't have to walk around and wear them as a lifestyle shoe.
Oh, okay.
These will break in and feel like an older fashioned kind of leather training shoe. They do breathe with the perforations, right? So your foot's not going to get all soggy and sweaty. I have worked out on them a couple of times and I do enjoy them. But again, like we have the option here to wear them out or to wear them to the gym. So, and they do, when you do start to break them in, like mine right here, they get nice little scuffs and beat up and they kind of look
That's good to know, because if I was to pick this shoe up, I'd be like, I don't know if I would actually work out these.
Yeah, but you can.
Because they're nice, but you kind of work out on them. But I'm gonna have Adam come in here. He's one of the employees here at this great store at Nobull that just opened up. Again, we're in Soho, New York. So I'm gonna have you come in. Basically, I just want to see what, when somebody comes in, what kind of price points are you looking at with these type of shoes, and just give us, just go through the sneakers there if you can for us there.
Sure. So first thing I'd say is that our sneakers run anywhere from $129 all the way up to $169, depending on the material and print. Most of our super fabric trainers, particularly some of the ones with a little bit less of a design, would be $129. Anything with a little bit more printing, kind of like the artwork trainer over here, the Sam Dancer ones, those are going to be $159. High tops are generally $139 for the super fabric ones. Now once we get to the leather, it's going to be a little bit different.
Gotcha.
The low tops are going to be $159. the high tops are going to be $169.
Okay.
Right? They are real leathers, that's why they're priced as such.
Real leather.
Real leather. As Cavan mentioned, they age very nicely and
Yeah.
they look better over time.
It does.
We have our suede trainers as well, so those start at $159. The mids go for $169 as well.
Gotcha.
And then we have our lifters. Those can kind of backtrack a little bit. I know you guys call them a wood heel. It's actually a leather heel.
Oh.
It's completely leather, right? So it's each heel takes about 5 hours to make. It's made by hand. So that's part of the reason for that price point being $299. Where other companies mass produce them and put those big plastic heels on them. These are nice stacked leather.
That's
So
good to know.
$299 for those.
That's crazy.
That's pricey.
Well,
It comes with it.
Quality, right?
Yeah,
Well,
it's all about the
that's
quality.
the word right there. And I guess on a side note, I know I just asked you to ask for price points, but you know, I don't know how involved, because you know, we just met not too long ago a couple of times. But you know, I asked this question before with Cavan, how Nobull has basically been online based. How's like everything been, the reaction, like with people coming in, knowing that they can come in and actually try the shoes on?
Yeah,
how's
no, that reaction's been great. Everybody comes in super excited to actually be able to try on the shoes. Whether, you know, they've gotten the shoes before and they've have several pairs, like, oh, I can try on the new one without like worrying about whether it fits or not.
Yeah.
To other people who have just seen our stuff on Instagram being like, oh yeah, like I've always wanted to order a pair but didn't want to have to worry about sending it back if it
I
didn't
went
fit.
through it.
Yeah.
I waited for this day to buy my
Exactly.
pair.
You don't want to have to go through that process. So
Mhm.
people come in, they're super excited. They get to try them on, and more often than not, they're super happy and they leave right away, or they leave with the intention of ordering right away online.
That's a good thing. And do you, what was the last thing I wanted to ask you? I just blanked out, but.
Well, while you're thinking about that, it was something I didn't mention, and Adam didn't mention it either. Every shoe comes with an additional set of laces, so you can really customize like how you want to wear your shoe. For instance, if you have the leather shoes, or the high tops are going to come with some bootstrap laces, or the lifters come with a pair of bootstrap laces, or you get a nice little different color change for the trainers.
Oh, there'll be like a Timberland looking
Yeah.
type of? Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'd rock that. I would.
And also, out of all these colors, what's your favorite color like?
That's
what I'm
Actually, my favorite one.
Here we go. Right at it.
These are my favorite ones. I wasn't going to get them right away, and I put them on. It's just this all white mid leather with the black perforations. Looks really great when
Yeah, that's
training.
cool.
So super simple. Like I said before, those are my favorite ones.
What about you, Ev?
Mine are actually over in the window.
These things are sick. I like these.
Yeah, they're great.
Oh, yeah.
These right here are my favorite. They're the new burgundy leather runners with a nice like diamond perforation.
Yeah.
And like the other runners, they have a tongue. Still have that same 2 density foam at the bottom.
Gotcha.
And I still have gum rubber underneath.
I like this. Now, I remember my question. So, since opening, because now you can physically see the traffic coming in, what sneakers are you guys selling more of? Or has it been kind of like a
broad
Yeah.
set.
I'd say it's been pretty even between the trainers and the runners. I think more often than not, people are coming in looking for a replacement to their current training or CrossFit shoe.
Gotcha.
So I would have to say the trainers.
Gotcha. So that's the one over there. So
Yeah.
I don't have here. But yeah, that's pretty much. Thank you, Adam, for taking the time. Couple minutes. I know we got you last minute here. But I appreciate you doing
Not a
this.
problem.
And Nobull, thank you for the store here. Thank you for letting us come in. I know you guys came in a little bit earlier for us to record this, but we do appreciate it. And then now we're gonna head over to WillyB's with Cavan here, and hey, I can get
But just do a workout.
Yeah.
Try these shoes out.
So if you got, I guess, Cavan, let us know where Nobull is in Soho.
Sure. So we are on Prince and Crosby. I don't know the exact street address. Prince and Crosby in Soho, New York. This is the first store that opened. They shortly after opened up another store in Boston. So if you're up in the Boston area, there's another Nobull store right up there as well. So head on over, check them out.
Yeah, come on in, and if you guys come in, ask for Adam. I don't know if you knew, sorry, what was your name, sir?
Gerald.
Gerald, get in here. Get in here. So if you two guys come in at Nobull, ask for them, and they'll be able to help you out with great smiles here. All right? Thank you guys for having us.
WillyBStars.com.
Guys, so we just came from Nobull, did a little bit of shopping. We got them on right now, the Nobulls.
Looking good.
Looking good.
First Phorm blue.
Running the box. So.
Super comfortable, love them. Apparently I love it because I'm wearing them right now. So now we're here at WillyB's in where?
We're in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York. So we're here down at the, I like to say the dungeon because it looks like a dungeon. It's really cool atmosphere here. So we're just gonna basically now at this point talk about a little about Cavan. So we usually in this show, in this episode of shows, we talk about the sneakers and then we talk about our guests here. Obviously we have Cavan here. So basically we want to get back, like kind of a little bit of know about yourself and a little bit of your background. So how did you get into fitness?
I mean, that's a big question.
Yeah.
So I mean, I grew up playing sports. I have two brothers and one sister, and we played sports every season. So we were an athletic family. Whether it's soccer and football in the fall, baseball, lacrosse in the spring, swimming, running. We're always playing roller hockey outside, running around, doing whatever. We're always moving. So sports were always part of my life, and I played high school sports, and then. So the story goes, I stopped playing after high school and put on a lot of weight. I was like up to 290, 295.
That's a transformation.
Yeah, and I just didn't have anything to work towards it, anything like competitive to do. So I got lazy. I was young, I felt invincible, and then one day you're 22, you look in the mirror and you're like, who the hell is that guy? So that was me. And I needed to do something about it. So I had the opportunity at that time to go play college lacrosse, which was cool, but I had to get my grades up and my weight down, which meant I needed to go back to the gym, start getting those stick skills back together. And I liked the challenge, because I didn't feel challenged with anything else I was doing at the time. I was pretty lazy at the time, and I took it as an opportunity to get better. So, long story short, I lost the weight, I got into the school, played lacrosse for 3 years, and then I graduated from there. So I mean, that's like the history of where I was, just always active, got out of shape, started getting back into being active. So.
I feel like that's like the typical transition for everybody. Like everybody in sport in high school, they get in shape, and then after high school, or after college, or if you don't play in college, you kind of just like drag and everything just starts getting put on and put on.
Yeah, you don't realize then,
yeah, exactly. And then you're back on it again, which is very cool. But you can see like the cycle, and then you just get to that point that you're just, you're steady with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think for me, it was like I didn't know it then, and I know it now. Is that I needed that like push.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
But I need to I'm very self-motivated, and I have an addictive personality in the sense that once something's working, I'm gonna dive all in and give it 100%. So when I was graduating college, and I didn't want to go back to where I was, so someone suggested, try CrossFit. I think you'll really like it. And at the time, I was a hater, right? I was like, what is that? It's not a workout. There's no weights in it. And I ate my own words, and I was totally humbled at the end, kind of like how you felt moments ago when you did the workout here. And I was like, I love that. And years and years have gone by, and I'm getting better at the things I'm good at. I'm still working on the things that I struggle with, and I love it. I can show up every day and enjoy myself and have fun with it and challenge myself and work hard at the same time. So that's how I got into CrossFit.
Yeah, I could tell from seeing the workouts and actually going through it. It's a lot of work, even if it's just simple, like exercise. It's just get your heart rate going. It's constant moving. And I like
It's
that.
a good training.
Yeah.
Yeah, high intensity
level.
training, but you know, we mix it up, you know, so it's just like I guess now I see it like CrossFit, it's just the way we say we're working out. It's our fancy way of saying working out. And I see it with our members here, like they're shy of going to a CrossFit class, so we have a HIIT class and a foundations class, but generally we're all going to teach you something and apply what we teach you in a workout. And whatever the class is, just about modifying to the appropriate degree. Like our needs as humans don't vary by type. We all got to sit down and stand up and push things and pick things up. So like if you're not picking up 300 pounds on a barbell, maybe you're picking up 15 pounds on a barbell, but that person is still getting the same workout that's good for them.
Yeah.
As like if you or I were working out and lifting heavier. Kilo. Yes, appearance.
Kilo.
Come on.
There he is.
Man of the hour. Yeah. So I mean, I kind of went on a tangent there, but
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I like to talk.
But you said that you already explained how you got into CrossFit, and one of the questions like, how'd you end up here in WillyB's? So
Sure. So this is a cool story. Like I hadn't joined a CrossFit gym until like 4 years after I started CrossFit. I was just the crazy guy running around the regular gym doing CrossFit.
Gotcha.
You know, thrusters and cleans and deadlifts and floppy pull-ups. And I was in the city. I was living around the corner at a different place by myself at that time, and I saw a Groupon for a CrossFit gym, which was in between where I was working and where I was living. So I said, let me take a shot on it. And my fiance like pushed me to do it. She was like, you do this anyway, you might as well see what it's like.
Yeah.
Because CrossFit gyms are a little bit more pricey than regular gyms, but I wanted to see, you know, what all of the hype was about. I had dropped in a couple times here and there, but didn't really feel that sense of community that CrossFit has to offer. So I took the free trial month, and I was coming into my end, and one of the coaches there, Jared at the time, pulled me aside and said, hey, I'm opening up my own gym. I would love it if you would come work out with us there. I was like, where is it? He said, Williamsburg. And I was like, no way. I live in Williamsburg. That sounds great. So this was before we opened our first gym in 2015. And I came on board, and they got me certified, and I started coaching right away. So, I mean, so the story goes, like, now we're here in 2019. We have 3 gyms, a growing community, and, you know, we're not stopping.
And how many years have you been with WillyB's?
Since 2015.
Oh, jeez. That's a long time.
Started part-time as a coach. Like I was still working my regular job in the city, and I was, you know, doing the first Phorm thing, educating people on nutrition and supplementation, helping people that way, and coaching. And then a couple years later, I got an opportunity through them to come on full-time. So about February will be beginning of my 3rd year here. Full-time as director of member services, and you know, I'm looking forward to seeing what this year is to bring.
Your own gym. That's what it's like.
Yeah, that would be fun. A little bit more.
I'll doubt that. I'll definitely come visit. So what's
you cut this out, but just tell them about my question, the first one I did.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you can just edit it, right?
Yeah, I'll edit it.
All right, so you've had a big year in 2018. I know 2018 just started, but you had a big year in 2018. One of them is becoming a first Phorm athlete, an elite athlete, and that's, you know, like how we met there.
Yeah.
But like, how's it been? How's it feel? And like, what that meant to you to just become that?
Dude, it's been nothing short of amazing. Like, to be honest, I've been with First Phorm since 2014 as a customer. I was buying their stuff.
Yeah.
Someone tagged me on the athlete search post. So that really pushed me to step outside the box of where I was comfortable and share information with people, whether they were reading my posts or not, I don't know. But, you know, sure, the initial draw is like, you want to win $50,000, but then you start to learn about the company and you start to see what they're all about. And the idea is that they're trying to help people. And I was just trying to help people. And a lot of their values line up with the values of CrossFit, and like, let's help people move better. Let's help people make smart decisions when it comes to their health and their wellness, to be better human beings, and not just in the gym, because who cares what happens in the gym? That's fun. People like to train, they see the benefit, but people walk outside these 4 walls and just be a better person, you know, it's gonna make your life just better overall.
Yeah.
So the idea that first Phorm and CrossFit had the same mindset, it just felt right that this was the company that I would purchase from, get to know. I became an independent sales rep with them as a Legionnaire, as it's now known, and then shortly after we became a wholesale a retailer. So we started selling it in the gyms, and all along the way I started getting to know everybody at HQ and just forming these relationships, and they were my friends. Like I would just text them weekly and talk to them all the time, hop on the phone with them and catch up. And came home one night, the 8th of January, what was the 28th? No, came home one Monday night, and I was like, oh look, they're announcing the athlete search winner. Let's take a look at the video. And I was talking to Lindsay. We were at home. It was just after a long day of work. I coached class in the morning, worked out, worked all day, coached classes at night, came home. And I was sat on the couch and I was like, well, let's watch it. And, Andy's always got something to say.
I know.
We want to listen to it, We want to see the video. They're to get you pumped up regardless. So I was like, oh, let's see what's happening. And then it's just like, yeah, maybe you get a brand ambassador position or something. Like I was like, maybe that'd be fun. I think that'd be really cool. Like I was let's be honest, I was really content, really happy with where I was with them because, like I said, they were my friends.
Yeah.
And, we had a good thing going with everything with the gyms and first Phorm.
Yeah.
And then I got a text like halfway through the video from Don Brown, and then another one, from Johnny right after, and they were like, "Congratulations, man! We're so happy for you." And I was like, "What?" And Lynn's just like, "Yeah, maybe you did get a brand ambassador position." And I was like, "Thanks, babe. Aim high." So they named all the brand ambassadors, and then my name pops up on the screen, and I was just speechless. And I still don't really know how to put it into words, but I was just like, "Whoa, what now? Like, what does this mean?" Like, I was unbelievably happy. I was literally lost the next 48 hours of my life thanking every single person that reached out to me, which is an amazing feeling. But to answer your question, finally, 2018 has been an opportunity. It's been an opportunity to put myself out there even more and help more people. It's building new relationships and showing people that they can take the steps that they are able to take to better themselves. It's having the ability to go out to HQ and hang out with the guys and put out some good content, whether it be workouts or products or supplements, so people know and are continually educated on them. It's being able to hang out with the crew when they fly to New York, when we go to Natural Body and we're there for a block party, or go out to some dinners and hang out and be with amazing people and brainstorm with them all the time. It's given me the chance to start and plan my own business. So I'm able to now go out and therefore help even more people. So I think for me, this whole first Phorm athlete search, winning it was a long time coming, and I just was me the whole entire time. So I didn't, to say I expected my name to pop up, it would be fun. But it's hard for me to articulate the, where we're going to go, because all we have is right now, and I am in a place where I just want to help. So however I can help, whenever I can help, in the sense of health, wellness, diet, nutrition, supplementation, or just if you need to talk to somebody, because I've been through some shit. Not can I say shit?
You can.
Let's talk about it. So I don't know if that answers or that's what you want to hear, but
that's definitely answered 100%.
That's what I think about every day.
And the best thing is he's not just saying it just to say it in front of the camera. He will definitely help you. Even when the first time I reached out for the deadlifts, the guy didn't even know me from a hole in the wall. I met him at Tillis the first time, and that was it. And he's like, come in Thursday. It was his break, and then we just went through deadlifts and they helped. It's these guys are true, genuine people, and they are who they are on Instagram. It's to be able to just social media is it's so great because you can communicate through the phone, but then when you meet in person, it's just you're picking up from where you are. And and I can't thank you enough from like that day to taking that time, like for somebody that
Yeah.
I mean, we are where we are right now with friends.
But I think that's part of it, you know. It's like all these people and everybody, or people listening, you're going to see this, and there are people that you comment or like on social media. Like you may meet them one day, or have the opportunity to, or just ask the opportunity to. And the idea is that like there are real people out there. Yeah. It's not just a handle. It's not just a post. And like if I don't answer your DM, like something went terribly wrong. So like, as you guys are genuine people, like. We are too, and we just want to continue to like help people get to where they want to go, whether that be like educating them on what you guys are doing or like what we're doing. You know, we're here to just have fun, and you know that's all you're gonna get. Real, it's real.
And it's great because I like, and one thing I do love about this company, and you know everyone that I meet through Phorm is it's we have one goal, and that's just to help people. And if it just takes one person, that next person will help, and the next person is just a whole big community, which we love. And Kilo does that.
He loves a star.
So we have one more question just to close it out. And
like you know, you were successful in 2018, and you killed it. And from what you just explained, it was a success for you. Now, what do you think of 2019? What's 2019 coming for you?
So 2019, we're definitely going to continue building these gyms, the community here. I'm finally able to plan my wedding, so you know, it's going to be 2020 because it got pushed back. We'll talk about that offline.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
But I'm excited to help Lindsay plan our wedding. And then my brother and I are launching our business. You know, we're launching a business for nutrition, diet, health. It's going to be fitness and training and life coaching. So my brother is an ex-Navy SEAL. He's out of the military now, and I have my fitness and wellness background. So Hidden Summit will be coming to you February 2019.
That's awesome. Is this like a first announcement?
Yeah, this is the first time.
We have exclusive. You guys say it now.
Hidden Summit is coming. Details to follow. The website's not live yet, but find me on Instagram and we can talk about it.
Yeah. Give them your Instagram handle just so they can expect it when they do start putting the information out there.
So you can find me on Instagram at CanDoPushThrough, CanDoPushThru. Like I said, just DM me if you need anything.
And that's not his last name, it's just his one word that says can do.
It's an inside joke.
It's an inside joke because I thought that was his last name.
And the website for WillyB's too?
Yeah. WillyBCrossfit.com, WillyBCrossfit.com, and then Hidden Summit is hiddensummit.co. Yeah.
And then once I go through the workout, you know, you can see what to expect in the workouts here, and it's just gonna be straight hardcore CrossFit, just straight hit training, like 100% going, and we'll go from there. We'll show you the footage on that one. So we're gonna end it here. This is episode 4.
Episode 4.
With my good friend Cavan. Cavan, thank you for being with us, spending the whole day with us.
Yeah,
buying our first pair of Nobulls together.
Yeah.
That was a special moment for Ray and Kilo. Relax. Yep, that's you. That's you. Say bye to Cavan.
Say bye. Say bye. Who's that?
No?